Hey guys, Warner here, and today I am back with a Starcraft Remastered discussion. I'm just going to be talking about what I think Starcraft Remastered is going to do to Starcraft 2 and the RTS community as a whole. Now, I want to say that these are my opinions, and I can't predict the future, and if you have your own opinions, that's totally fine. You're totally welcome to have that. But like I said a little bit earlier, is that Starcraft in general, Starcraft Brood War and Starcraft 2, is pretty much the last big surviving RTS. There are a couple of ones that still have, pretty okay player bases, but StarCraft's like the Titan, it's the big one that still has the RTS going pretty strong, I guess, if you want to call it that. And people have the problem is that Remastered being new and everything, it might split the community, which is bad because StarCraft 2 already has a pretty small community compared to other esports. And that means that the community is let's say, let's just put this for example. It's not going to happen, but just put it as an example. Let's say right now, all those people who play StarCraft 2 just gets cut in half. Half of them still play StarCraft 2, and half of them play StarCraft Remastered. So that would mean that, for the competitive scene, let's say there's a WCS for Brood War, there's going to be less people watching it because the people who are watching StarCraft 2, or most of them, aren't going to be interested in watching WCS or Brood War, and vice versa for StarCraft 2. So it would kind of kill the competitive scene a bit. Now there would still be a competitive scene for both games, but Blizzard would have to spend money supporting both games, which both are smaller competitive games than they already were with StarCraft 2, and that is not a good thing to split this community up. Now, of course, having StarCraft Remastered come out could grow the RTS community, but honestly, at the rate MOBAs are growing itself, I don't think that's going to happen. And, Blizzard doesn't really have enough money to support both these games. Now, you could say that from Overwatch and for World of Warcraft and stuff, they just pull money out of that. Because, they're making a lot of profit off of those games and, use some of that. But they're not going to gain that money back, or they're likely not going to gain that money back. And that's a problem. They want to be getting their money back. It's a business, and I can't argue with that, and you probably shouldn't either. And yeah, but you also gotta think that Remastered isn't going to change it all. They might fix bugs, they might fix map pools, but they're not going to change balance at all. It has been touched in 2007, and Legacy of the Void is still getting balanced and all that stuff. But you also gotta realize that StarCraft 2 is done. I'm not saying that's dead. I'm saying that all the expansions are done. There's no or there's nowhere else to go other than just keep balancing the game further. There's no new releases or anything. The next release is StarCraft Remastered, and then I don't think they're going to release another expansion for that. Why would they do that? So that's the problem here, is that there's going to be no new releases. So which one do they really focus on? Remastered is technically a new release, but they don't really need much of that. So their balance team is going to be working on StarCraft 2. So I guess they can have enough money if you count that they don't have to really spend much time balancing Brood War and stuff other than, their regular map pools and matchmaking. But I don't know, that's a problem I see with this game. Is that, splitting the community is a really, really bad idea. And I think it would have been better, Remaster, if it happened earlier, back before MOBAs just kicked StarCraft's ass and stuff. I think it would be way better if it just happened earlier, because with a bigger community split, it wouldn't be as big of a deal. StarCraft doesn't have a small community. It's pretty big. It's probably the 12th, 10th esport maybe. And, that's pretty big, honestly, if you really think about it. And you also got to realize that in Korea, no matter what, StarCraft Master is going to be fucking huge, because StarCraft Brood War is already huge. And there's going to be more people coming in from the United States and, North America and Europe as well. Now, that's not to say that it's going to kill StarCraft 2, but it's going to hurt it for a while. And people might stop playing it. Pros might start going to Brood War to see if there's more money there and stuff. And also Brood War is more balanced than StarCraft 2. And yeah. Also Brood War, I don't think Brood War is ever going to die. StarCraft 2 may die, but it has a pretty low chance of actually just going down the drain. But Brood War has been going strong forever now. Even when there was no signs of Brood War Remastered and stuff, people were still playing Brood War. And there was a huge competitive scene for it and everything. Well, there is in Korea and all that stuff, but Brood War is never gonna die. I don't think StarCraft 2 is either, but StarCraft 2 has a bigger chance of dying than Brood War does. So that's also another factor of which one Blizzard wants to support. They can support both for a while, but if both games go steady, then they can support both of them. But I feel like one game's going to overlap the other. Anyways, that's just my thoughts on the issue of StarCraft Remastered. If you have any counter thoughts or anything, or just any questions or just anything. Leave them in the comments and I'll answer all your comments and stuff. Anyways, this is Hornet, and I'll see you guys in the next video.